Hey guys, so today is just going to be a little get ready with me video. I wanted to try out some newer products that I got and I wanted to try them out on camera for the first time, so I just thought I would take you along with me as I try out these new things. I'm just getting ready to go to the movies, so I'm not going to do anything like super creative or anything, just some kind of everyday neutral look. So I'm just going to jump right into getting ready. I've already cleansed my face and I moisturized earlier, so now I'm just going to actually put on my primer so that can soak into my skin while I'm doing my eyes. And I only have about an hour to get ready, of course, as usual, so I'm going to try to blow through this really quickly. For a primer, I'm just going to go in with my Smashbox Primer Oil. Actually, if I was getting ready for real to go to the movies, I probably wouldn't even be doing this step. But I got a new foundation I want to try out. And you know how it is. If you have some makeup you really want to try out, sometimes you just can't wait. I'm pretty new to this primer oil. If you saw my makeup show haul, I just got it then a few weeks ago. Well, I just, at this point it's like almost a month ago. And I've been using it a few times since then and I do really like it, but it takes a little bit to soak into the skin. And I found that if you don't let it really soak into your skin, it could mess up a little bit with your foundation, personally. Alright, so I'm just going to jump into the eyes. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion for my eyes. This is Eden, the one that has the color to it. I recently started using this over the paint pot because I felt like the paint pot was making my eyelids super dry. I still love using that for a primer, but I feel like this is a little bit less drying. Alright, so for eyeshadow today, like I said, I'm going to keep it really simple. So I'm just going to grab some neutral colors. Let's see, what do I want to use today? I'm just going to use my Kathleen Lights Morphe palette. So I'm going to set everything down using this color right here. Now I'm going to go in with this color right here for my crease color. So this is the first Morphe palette I've actually owned and used. And I have to say I like it enough. The price is definitely there. I think this palette was only $15, so it was a good deal. I love Kathleen. I love supporting her. I love the colors that she put together in this palette. They're definitely really versatile. You can use it for everyday looks. You can do super dramatic looks. There's some color in there she threw in. So I really like the color selection, but like they're super powdery. I'm always like blowing on this palette because, I mean, you can kind of see it's pretty messy already. I guess I could say that this palette hasn't impressed me to the point where I want to run out and buy a bunch more Morphe palettes. It's not that bad, but like, I mean, there's obviously the eyeshadows go in my eye have some pigmentation. There's so much fallout. There's so much fallout on a lot of these shadows. And they blend out alright, but I feel like I have to work to blend these more than, I mean, let's say my Anastasia ones, because they have some fallout. They're kind of powdery, but they blend like in 2 seconds, so I'm okay with it. Not to bash Morphe or really get into that whole thing. I feel like they're pretty controversial on YouTube just from the fact that they have a lot of people have affiliate codes and people don't trust some of the YouTubers saying that they're really good for that reason and all that stuff. I think the only palette I'll probably be getting from Morphe again is the Jaclyn Hill palette whenever that comes out. That's supposed to be totally different shadows, totally different quality and everything, so I'll probably give that a shot, but so far this is probably going to be my only Morphe shadows. Like I said in my makeup haul video, there's no hate towards Morphe. I use their brushes and everything, so I like the brand. Just so far, I'm not the biggest fan of the eyeshadows. I think it was overhyped for me because I've never tried Morphe shadows. Everybody's like, they're so good, they're the cheapest, they're the best. So I was like, oh, I really gotta try it out. And I just never picked one up, but when I saw the Kathleen Lights collab, I was like, I really wanna support her. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm going in with this shade here and put a little bit of that in my crease as well. I hate being like negative. I feel like I'm being negative about it and hating on it, and I'm really not trying to. I mean, see, it's definitely pigmented. It's definitely, it's looking pretty good. It blends out. I just have to put more work. I feel I need to put more work into it, and that's it. I'm just gonna go back in with that like skin bone color, and I'm just kind of blending a little bit more. Now I'm gonna just put this gold color right here on my lids. I'm just gonna put it on my finger. I felt like I was really lacking a palette with like a good green in it, and this has it in it. That green color is really intense too. I actually really like it, but that one has super amount, like it just kind of flakes out of the pan almost, I think just because of how metallic it is. And that's literally what I'm going to do for the eyeshadow for today. Nothing too dramatic or exciting, but it's getting the job done right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and throw on that foundation I want to try. And I'm actually going to use some new stuff for my face. You know, I haven't used anything too new yet. I want to try this sponge I got in my Shop Miss A haul. I want to see if it works good. As you can see it now before I wet it, it looks pretty dense compared to a beauty blender. Hold on, let's see. I mean, look at my beauty blender dry and look at this. It had really good reviews though, so let's see what it looks like when I wet it. Wow, so that really expanded, like that blew up. I don't know, I'm trying to remember even how big it was, but compared to my dry beauty blender, I guess that could give you a good idea of how much it expanded, but look how squishy it is now too. I'm pretty impressed actually. I judged it too soon, so let's see how it applies. So the new foundation I want to try out is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Yeah, Photo Focus Foundation. This has been super popular on YouTube, so I guess you can say YouTube maybe buy it. But it was so cheap, why not? I think this was like $5 at Walmart. So I'm just gonna use a little spatula and just slap it on. I don't know what it is, but I really love this applicator too. So it's definitely, it definitely feels like I'm beating myself in the face with a sponge on with the beauty blender. So it's not quite as soft. I mean, it's definitely softer than other ones I've tried. So it's not bad. I think I forgot to mention this was only $1. So it's still a good deal. And as far as this foundation goes, I really like it so far. This doesn't look like it's absorbing too much. I mean, you can definitely see my foundation on here, but it doesn't look like it's completely just soaking all the product in. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more foundation. Alright, so I've layered up. I did a couple layers on my cheeks and chin. Not bad. I mean, I will say it definitely looks, I think it looks super nice. So far, I don't know if it's like super full coverage like some people are acting like it was, but alright, so I will say so far first impressions, I really like this foundation. So another new thing I'm going to be trying out is the Shop Miss A AOA Studio Concealer. I'm pretty sure this is too dark, by the way, but I got something to help lighten it up, so I'm going to mix them. Yeah, that looks like a stripe of peach. This also doesn't grab much product. So I'm also going to be mixing this with their white concealer. They call it the highlighter, to hopefully mix this together well. This is definitely a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. Wow, that is actually some full coverage concealer. That's actually really good. Feels really thick on, but part of that's my fault because I just slapped a whole bunch on. I should have started with a little bit and worked it up. So first thoughts on that concealer is it actually is super nice coverage, like really good coverage. Color was bad. The color selection for fair didn't seem that good. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more of the white because it looks a little bit orangey on the edges. Alright, so now I'm going to set this. I'm just using my RCMA No Color powder. I'm gonna try to pack a lot on. I feel like it's super thick and it's gonna get really creasy if I don't powder a lot. Is there anyone that actually doesn't set their concealer out of curiosity? Because I think there's some people who make mention of they can wear something all day without setting it, but maybe it's just me because I have super creasy under eyes. I always have to set mine. I wish I didn't have to. I always think that it looks better too, because if you saw that concealer, it actually looks super shiny until I just set it. I'm also gonna just put some of that powder in my other creasy spots. Alright, well that's all, powder's all set on my face. I'm gonna throw my brows on real quick. And I'm just using my Benefit Brow with a angled NYX brush. Honestly, I'm not trying to get my eyebrows perfect today. I'm just trying to slap them on so I feel a little bit presentable. And I'm going to set those in place, and I'm just using a clear brow gel, Control Freak by NYX. Alright, and I'm just going to set down the rest of my face, and I'm using this NYX No Filter powder. I will actually update you guys in the down box, and I'll let you know how this concealer and foundation wore. I am going to set it with a spray because I just need one. I probably won't set it with like my setting spray, like my Urban Decay Chill. I'll just set it with like MAC Fix Plus to get the powders down, but not like a staying power one to see how it performs on its own. So I'm not going to go into contour or anything like that, but I am going to do a little bit of bronzer to give some life to my face. And I'm just going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And for blush, I'm going to go on with this Kat Von D Hansel and Gretel little duo, and I'm going to use the lighter side. And for highlight, I like to do like a supernatural highlight for these types of situations, so I'm going to go in with my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. It's just called Be My Highlight. I don't know if they have other shades. I'm going to go back into the Kathleen Lights palette and take this brown right here, and I'm just going to smudge that under my eyes a little bit. Do you like this, by the way? I know this thing is a little bit ridiculous and weird on my head, but I got it at TJ Maxx and I thought it'd be really nice to wear when I'm doing makeup or cleansing my face or putting a mask on, and I was correct. It's awesome because I can tuck like all my hair into this thing. Alright, I'm just going to put on mascara and then we should be all set. I'm going to use this little sample size I have of Better Than 6 by Too Faced. Actually, I can't believe how nice this foundation is. Even usually by now I would have some creasing, and I don't have any creasing yet. I just think just looks so nice on the skin. Alright, so I'm going to go do something about my hair and I will be right back. Alright, so I just threw on some lip gloss, and that is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the shade Tres Leches. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But yeah, so that was it. I need to run because I'm gonna be late for my movie. Super simple makeup. But yeah, I just want to try out that new foundation concealer with you guys on camera for the first time. I feel like this looks a little bit cakey, but I'm going to spray some Fix Plus actually right now, and hopefully that'll help. I love this this is a coconut scented one. Oh, it's so good. Alright, so thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.